India and the EU have been very interested in the India-West Asia-Europe economic corridor. This was one of the major topics that was discussed at the Raisina Dialogue on Saturday. DD India's Akhilesh Suman spoke exclusively to Stefania Benaglia, a Brussels-based advisor on EU to governments and corporates alike, about the future of the project and the India-EU Free Trade Agreement.
Can you tell me about India's role in IMEC?
Well, India has been really driving the agenda in many aspects. It has been putting the vision, it has been convening. There has been also great participation from the European Union and the Gulf countries, of course, but there is some leadership that is provided from India, that's for sure.
And given the fact that October 7 took place in Israel, and now it is war between Iran, Israel and America, so how do you see the future of IMEC now?
This would need a little bit of realism and reality check for sure, because it is going to be difficult. I would expect to have a little bit of a pause, certainly in this dire moment. Then when the situation will calm down, I would expect some ideas to be revisited. So we might see a different phase when the situation will calm down.
India has signed a free trade agreement with EU. How do you see how viable it is going to be? What is the direction it is going?
The FTA or the
FTA?
The FTA, this has been a milestone, a very positive milestone that is going to push the strategic partnership forward. Now it is up to the business to start really implementing it, but I'm quite optimistic that it will be done and quite smoothly, because the big work of reaching this point has been done successfully.
Do you see that under this FTA, Europe will have enough opportunity for Indian students and technocrats and other professionals going to EU?
I don't think it is under the FTA, but at the moment during the summit of the adoption, there was another strategic agenda that was adopted, and exactly in there was the part talking about the mobility. And because there is a concrete rising awareness of the importance, not only about moving of talent, but really the strategic asset of bridging these two continents together. This will grow the trust, will grow the awareness, both in India of the EU and vice versa, and this is really necessary.
India-European Free Trade Agreement is one of the major things that India and European Union have signed, and I think this is going to be a major achievement for both EU and for India. Akhilesh Suman with camera person Manmohan from Raisina ground in Delhi.
And Akhilesh Suman joins us from the Raisina Dialogue for more. Akhilesh, Finland's president was the chief guest at this year's edition of the dialogue. His inaugural address made quite a splash, didn't it?
Really, day before yesterday, it was really interesting to hear the Finland president. And as far as I remember, in the recent past, no one has spoken so well, Ramesh. The way he articulated his ideas, not about India-Finland relations, but also about the whole global issue. And one of the major things I will like to tell you, that he said that in very clear terms that the coming years will be the years of global south. And India being a major power, major country in global south, it will have a major say in the whole international global affair. So I think he was telling something that is coming to the future. He is telling that the world order has not collapsed, but a new order is coming. And he also told in very clear terms that there should be 2 permanent members in the United Nations Security Council from Asia, 2 from Africa, and 1 from Latin America, and India should be one of the permanent member of the Security Council that should be reformed. So I think he understood the importance of India not only in market terms, not only in economic terms, but he understands the importance of India in geopolitical terms, and he has spoken at length about how India is going to shape the new world. And he said that India-Finland relations will be remarkable in a way that both economies are complementary. Both economies will add to each other, and both are very good democracies. If Finland people are happy people, Indian people are smiling people. Indian people see the future in a good way. So I think that he understands India very well, and Ramesh, you have also interviewed him, and I think that he must have spoken at length when he was speaking to you.
Indeed. Also, Akhilesh, Saturday was the third and last day of the dialogue. So the dialogue is coming to a close. What were the highlights, according to you, from this year's edition of the dialogue?
Actually, you remember that this year's Raisina Dialogue was happening. It happened in a way at very turbulent period. You know that Russia-Ukraine conflict is still ongoing. Gaza issue has to be settled. Donald Trump has many formulas, and in between Iran, Israel, and America are in a war. So I think in this situation, that Raisina Dialogue was remarkable in a way that everyone, in a way criticized Donald Trump, but everyone also spoken that Iran should not have, attacked the countries of the Middle East. Other thing that plurilateralism, multilateralism was talk of the town here in Raisina Dialogue. Everyone was speaking that plurilateral, multilateral world is emerging. The monopolistic behavior of some powers are not going to sustain, and multipolarity is coming on the ground, because many speakers felt that the way the behavior of some of the global powers are taking place, I think new powers will emerge, and global South is going to have a major say in the coming years. So I think every speaker, there was very good combination of speakers, participants, and questions by the people who are present as delegates. And I think you have excellent words. You have excellent articulation of things that is happening around the world, and I can say that in such situation, mobility was really hampered because many of the flights were cancelled. Still, people around 3,000 delegates could come here at Raisina Dialogue. That's a big achievement.
Absolutely. Akhilesh, thank you. Akhilesh Suman reporting there on the Raisina Dialogue from New Delhi. Appreciate it. Thank you.